Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. In this episode we're going to be taking on the Temple of Ice. So, this must be the Temple of Ice. There's a blizzard howling inside, but it's actually pretty warm inside. At least we'll get out of the cold in here, I don't know what you mean, but okay. Let's go ahead and get started, guys, with the Temple of Ice. As you can tell, it looks a little complicated right off the bat, but it really isn't. Actually, this temple is extremely easy for being a temple really late in the game. There are a couple parts that don't really explain themselves, but once you figure out the simple puzzle idea and layout throughout this temple, you'll be able to make it through really fast. And to start things off, let's go ahead and hit this, and now we can pass through, but wait, it's blocking us, so let's grab our boomerang and throw it like that, and there we go. We can continue on throughout here. But yeah, I really like this temple, honestly, and I'm surprised that Ciela said that this was going to be warm. It doesn't really look like a warm place, with it being all ice and stuff. But in general, I really like I said, the layout and everything for this temple and how it looks, because it reminds me a lot of A Link to the Past Ice Temple, at least the lighting and everything. But yeah, anyways, avoid these blade traps here. Take out your bomb chews. This might be a little confusing because you wouldn't assume that you'd have to use your bomb chews here, but you actually want to lead it all the way to the switch here, and once it does, it will go off, and wow, it actually didn't hit the switch. I thought the explosion would have, like, the radius for the explosion would have been a lot bigger, or let's do it a lot closer to it, and there we go. And now we can advance. As you can see, the blue switches went up. Let's go ahead and run across here, and yeah, now we can continue on to a new floor. So here we are on floor 2, and we'll be able to ascend higher to floor 3. Alright, now, as you can tell, there is this pole thing here that's just there. You don't know what to do on it, but if you tap on it, you can actually jump on it, surprisingly. Yeah. And then you can hit this switch that's really high. That's pretty much the only way you can hit it. It's not really that confusing if you consider actually trying to tap that pole, because it looks a little weird, to be honest, just it being there and stuff. But yeah, so we got ourselves a big green rupee, which is worth 100 rupees, which is pretty nice. And you don't want to really fight these guys because they are annoying. They have shields, like masks, so they can't get hurt unless you hit them from the back. And it's kind of hard to hit them from the back, so yeah. And it's like really hot in my room. It's not helping out with this temple being so cold. Actually, should be helping out with the atmosphere of the temple being really cold, but I don't feel it. It feels like I'm in the opposite area of the world here, because it's like really hot in my room right now, and I'm like in the cold temple. But whatever, I'm not gonna complain here. But anyways, pull the 4 levers to open your way. Draw a line due north. Okay. So we're just going to draw a line north from here, and then pull the lever in that location last. Alright, so that was not a straight line. Let's try again. So, alright, we got a straight line, and we're going to have to pull that one last, so we'll just keep that in mind. The one that has the line will be last. Let's see if actually, okay, actually makes it to lever. Nice. Alright, now we're going to have to find the other clues that tell us how to pull these levers in whatever order. So let's go ahead and run all the way over here, and well, what do you know? There's stone slabs. So pull the 4 levers to open your way. Alright, it says the same thing. First lever is the one far on the left. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one here. Looks like there are 4 levers in total, because it does tell you there are 4. So I guess we can just safely put 4 right here without really worrying. Now we just have to find which one's 2 or 3. And once we figure out, we're pretty much done with this puzzle, because you know, the last one will be the 3rd or 4th, or 3rd or 2nd one that we didn't get yet. So let's see. Pull the levers. Okay, the one that's in front of a tongue is 2nd. Let's find the one that's in front of the tongue, and then we'll be able to pull the levers and stuff. So awesome. Alright. Where is the tongue? Oh, there is a tongue right up here. Nice. So 2. Alright, we just jot it down on our map and get started. So the first one is all the way on the left. Second one is all the way on the right, and third one will be this one, and then it just goes over to the 4th one, and that does that, everybody, and you're able to continue on throughout here. And did I pick up the chest that was over here? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, I believe there was a wisdom gem in there. I'm not entirely sure. If there was, then awesome. If there wasn't, well, I guess there wasn't. Let's pick up all of these arrows here, which is pretty nice how they're giving me a lot of ammo. But yeah, now we're on this slippery path. I'm just gonna kill this guy so he doesn't annoy me. And we have to like walk. You can easily fall, by the way, so you want to be careful. Because Link actually does slide, as you can see. So yeah, try not to hit anything. Or go the wrong direction. I mean, with using the touchscreen, it should be really easy to control. It's actually like extremely easy to control stuff in this game. And as I say that, we noticed a switch. Oh jeez, don't fall. Okay, hit this guy. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and look at this. Okay, so there's a blue switch here. I guess we should hit it. And now the switches have turned, so we can go ahead and jump down here. Run up through here. Yeah, as you can tell, the red switches are like blocking the path now that we hit them. But since we did hit that blue switch, if we do head back up this path, we'll be able to head through this side, because the side was blocked by the blue switches being, you know, up and stuff. So stand on the blue tile and follow the numbers below. Okay, let's go ahead and put 2, 1, 3, 4. So it looks like it's basically gonna go counterclockwise here. That's pretty much all we're gonna do right now, is try to do the boomerang to go counterclockwise. So just like this. Whoop. There it is, and done. Alright. Have him hit the switches, and that does that. A key falls. We can easily pick it up. Crap. We could have easily picked it up, but yeah, I fell. I think in general you have to head back up here, I think. Because we're gonna go. Wait, if it will let me pick up this first. There we go. We got a small key, but in general we're gonna head up here, I believe. Yep, there is a locked door. So awesome. I guess I didn't screw anything up. And before I forget, there is actually a chest in this room that I should, you know, point out and pick up as well before I leave. So there it is, everybody. There is a chest after hitting the switch and having the blue switches go off. You'll be able to head up here and pick up a... Yeah, I believe... Is this our second wisdom gem? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this is our first. But in general, we got ourselves a wisdom gem. I believe there are 2 wisdom gems inside this temple, so we want to make sure to pick up all of them. Hopefully we'll find the second one, because I don't think the chest that was all the way over here was one. I believe that was actually a big green rupee. There we go. I remembered. I don't have short-term memory loss or anything. I don't know what made me forget that, but I guess because in general I had in mind that there was a wisdom gem in this room, so I thought I got it. But now I did, so yeah, nice. Alright, let's continue. So here on back on floor 2. We're on like the other side of that hallway we walked through, and there are 2 ukes going to appear. One white fur and one brown fur, and it's gonna be really simple. We just wait for them to start inhaling so we could throw bombs into their mouth, and yeah, that's really it. It's not that hard, guys. And a giant chest appears. Now this is the item of the temple, and it's going to change up the whole format of the temple quite a bit. It's actually a really cool item. Let's go ahead and open it up, and we get ourselves, yes, the Grappling Hook. It's back from our previous adventure in The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. It comes again, but you don't really use it to swing back and forth on, like, you know, things. You kind of hook on it like it's a hook shop, and you can also connect 2 pieces of wood like that and make a rope, and you can bounce yourself like this, and you can also use it as a tightrope. So yeah, it's actually a really cool item, I want to say. You can also pick up stuff from afar if you didn't know. So, and we can also pick up the mask from these guys, which is really awesome. As you can tell, that tongue is actually pushed with the eyes red. So let's go ahead and have this tongue also be pushed by using our grappling hook, and we'll have this really pointy looking eyes melt and stuff. And there we go, guys. I'm gonna actually kill this because I can, and also kill this guy. I'm just gonna kill all the enemies in the room because I don't care, guys. Yeah, I don't care. I love it. I believe that's a song. Even if it is, I don't think I'm the best one to sing here. I don't really have that good of a singing voice. I love how the enemies actually run away from you after you pick up their shield. They're like, oh, okay, I don't want to mess with you. Never mind, forget it. I'm gonna leave. But there we go. That's a shortcut back to the exit/entrance of the temple. We also want to pull these tongues back because, well, that will have this ice melt, and we'll be able to continue on. And yeah, so there we go, guys. Going good. You know, we're doing a lot of progress. We already got the temple item here. Now we're in this room. You can tell this is the boss door, but it's a really big room, and it looks rather complicated. It actually kind of is, I must say. I think this room gave me the most trouble within the temple when I first played this, but it's actually kind of easy once you know what to do. But isn't that with everything? So you want to hook on this chest, and now a bridge will appear like so, and then pick up this. Oh man, we're getting so much money. This is awesome. We'll actually be able to pick up that piece of heart from the unmasked beetle shop if we just get like a couple more rupees. But there we go. Let's hit this bomb. Obviously, if you couldn't tell by the tile right in front of this wall, that's why we exploded the wall. So yeah, it should have been obvious, but you know, might have not been. Anyways, let's go ahead and make our way over here. To do that, we have to use a tightrope because you can tell this is on the edge of the platform. So if you actually try to hook on, Link will instantly fall. So that's why you have to do the whole tightrope business here. But if we make our way down here, we actually can't do anything. We have to like run around like this. And wow, the ice mechanics or physics are a little sucky, but I mean, that's the point of ice, right? It's supposed to be like really slippery. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this tongue all the way back. And you want to make sure you pull it back really far. Why? Well, because this ice melts, but for a short period of time. So you want to hurry as fast as you possibly can through this area, and there you go. Now you'll be able to make a shortcut and don't have to rely on having the ice melt for a short period of time to actually like, cross through here. And the way you do that is you just push this brick up here, and now a bridge is between these two areas. And why did you do that, you may wonder? There's really no point right now, honestly, when you actually think about it. I think it's mainly to actually like do this, which I completely forgot about. Pull this lever, which will have a chest up here. There we go. That's why we did it, guys, because it looked like there was really no point. But no, there's a chest back here that you activate by pulling that lever, and that actually gives you a small key. And with that small key, believe it or not, you can go ahead and open up this. So yeah. Surprise, I'm smart. I know my things. I know my ABCs. Yeah, no, because if you do, 1, 2, 3. Alright, second wisdom gem. Awesome. Let's hit this switch. Okay, wait, let's not hit it yet. Let's first leave this room and then grab our boomerang and hit the switch. There we go. And look, we're actually standing on it. I like that. Like how it just doesn't go through Link, because I think that's what it does in A Link to the Past. Because I believe these switches were first introduced in A Link to the Past, but yeah. Now we want to tightrope back, if it will let me. There you go. And here you'll find a bunch of switches. I believe this is the most confusing part about this room, is this. There's just a bunch of switches here. You actually want to do like a whole loop with your boomerang to hit all 4 switches around the same time. And that's really it. It's not that hard, but I don't know, that never came to mind when I first played this game. And what that does, it melts the ice in front of you here, and if you use your arrow, you can have the ice all the way back there melt. So we're just melting a bunch of ice spike trails, really. Kind of weird. But now with that done, I'm gonna go ahead and make a shortcut like this by exploding this wall, as you can tell by the tile as well. And you want to pull this tongue that's back here. Now you actually want to stand really far back when pulling this tongue, because the farther you pull it, the more time you're going to get to actually head through this door. And yes, it's also open for a short period of time, so you got to dash your way all the way to there. And to do that, we just want to run through like this. Oh geez, don't want to get hit by anything or fall, because yeah, you don't really have much time to do this. So okay, we're good. And there you go, we made it on time. I believe once you pass through here, the door stays open for good, so you don't have to worry about resetting the door or anything by pulling that tongue again. But now we're in this room, another really big room. Looked like it was over because we were by the boss door, but no, we still need to get the boss key and lead the boss key all the way to the boss door. So yeah, there's more to this, everybody. But this is actually like the easiest part of the temple. So there's gonna be a lot of like just walking through. There's not gonna be that many puzzles like in the same area, so yeah, let's go ahead and grab this, throw that, and then quickly beat up this guy. I could honestly switch to the Spirit of Wisdom here, just for the defense, but I don't know. I just really like using this fire sword. I really use it only for the visuals at this point. I'm not even looking for the bonus, like, half attack damage it gives us, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like it gives us, like, half a Link swipe, I think. I don't know. Let's just avoid this blade trap like that. There we go. And do the same here. You have to use this tightrope Indiana Jones action, which is actually really cool. And, oh man, really? I don't really like these ice keys, but you gotta deal with them sometimes. Okay. Sometimes they go a little overboard, though. So let's go ahead and jump up here. Let's grab our boomerang and... Okay, never mind. They're not that high up. You'd think they would be, but they're not. Or are they? Really? What the f... Okay, there we go. We were able to snipe them. Gotta grab a grappling hook again and rinse and repeat. So, la 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 la. I did it! Yeah, everybody. Now I can continue. Now this is the most confusing part. You can't jump that gap. How are you gonna make it? Well, you want to bounce yourself back like this. Huh? Woohoo! Yeah. Super random, but that's how you do it for this one. Kind of weird change of pace, but whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and hit these all together. Spin attack would have been the best solution, and there we go, the boss key has arrived. It has appeared by hitting the switches, but obviously it's blocked by freaking ice, guys. So, yeah, more of this nonsense. We're gonna have to continue through this, so let's go ahead and make our way all the way back here. Wait for the blade trap. Run. Love the way Link walks through here. I think the grappling hook is like my favorite item in this game, just because how like versatile it is. It's so helpful in like everything, which I love about it. It's a combat item. It's like a platforming item, and it does really cool things. I mean, the fact that you can launch yourself with it, I think, is straight up the coolest thing. And speaking of launching yourself, let's go ahead and do that right now. So yeah, there we go. Go ahead and grab like that. Plus, I love anything that's similar to like Spider-Man, because he's like my favorite superhero. Weird as that sounds, it's how I roll. And I forgot to hit the eye over there, so by hitting this switch, we make a bridge. And this bridge will allow us to head back up here, because, well, if you goof up, you have to do this again. But there we go. Once we do that, let's go ahead and once again pull out this. Too bad you can't have more than one item out at a time, but then again, be a little hard switching between items. Plus, it's really easy, like, because it's like real time when switching between these items. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so now what we want to do is make a tightrope here. Actually, we don't want to be on it though, so my bad. I'm gonna make a tightrope like this behind us. As you can tell, every time we look at these eyes, yeah, they shut. So you want to hit them like, okay, they're not really that hard to hit. There we go. You want to hit them like this. That will have a chest appear. So that's how you do it, guys. Go ahead and pull out your grappling hook again to reset the rope, so I can easily jump like this. And we got ourselves a small key. Let's go ahead and advance, guys, by heading to this bridge that we have got to appear by hitting that switch and all of that. And now we can continue on. Alright. There's so many doors in this room, it's crazy. Like, and it all leads to like just being able to pick up the boss key because it's blocked by ice. So yeah. Now what we want to do is fight more of these Ukes. Now there's only one, I believe, in this room, but that's okay. Alright. Just kill them really quick, and then there are like some ice bubbles, or ice, I believe they're ice keys. But whatever, I'm just gonna throw bombs and whatever to kill them. Yeah! There we go. And now we can continue. I think actually one of them dropped bombs, so I can easily pick that up. Did they? Or are those all my bombs ready to explode? I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like they are. Okay, forget about it. Let's just open up this. I love how just the temples reward you with so many rupees. And it's like, it's mandatory. You're going to have to pick them up. There's no like, well, I mean, you don't have to pick them up, but they give it to you from just doing things you have to do to advance throughout the temple instead of doing something bonus. I don't know, to me that's just really cool. But yeah, as you can tell, to this part, you just want to jump on these poles like that. and that will, you know, elevate you upwards, and you'll be able to grab the other one that's higher than you. So it's a pretty interesting puzzle, to say the least. But here we are in the final stretch, literally. As you can tell, this is a little stretch, this platform here. But by walking through here, we'll be able to hit the final switch as well. Not just the final stretch. I guess it makes sense that the final stretch would lead to the final switch. And that switch will open up the way to the boss key. So, yeah, awesome. Luckily, taking the boss key to the boss door isn't that long as well, since you just literally have to head upstairs and you just plop it straight in. Or I believe, yeah, I think it's downstairs. I'm not... yeah, no, it's on B3 actually, isn't it? Yeah, so no, B1. So you do head downstairs for some. Wait, no, you head upstairs because B's basement. I just realized that I'm kind of dumb. I'm a little bit out of it tonight here. If you couldn't tell, I apologize for that. But you know, that's what happens when you don't get cereal in the morning. So yeah, anyway, step into the blue light and it'll take you to the temple's entrance. Alright, now guys, it's time to take on like the coolest boss in the game. Get ready, and it's gonna use the whole, you know, dual screen mechanic here. As you can tell, yeah, we have the top screen with, you know, not just a map. It actually shows what the boss is going to be. So there it is, guys, just a two-headed dragon. So this is Gleeok, the two-headed dragon. So how this is going to work is you're going to go ahead and have them hit each other. So this acts a lot like Twin Rova, the boss in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It was the boss for the Spirit Temple, I believe. And what you want to do is just have the opposite head hit the other head for... because, you know, one's ice, one's fire, and it's going to end up breaking its shell. That's really all you're doing here. And you don't want to have it hit himself because, yeah, if he hits himself with his own blast, it doesn't affect him. But here I am, screwing up at it. Alright, there we go. We got a chance. There we go. And they'll try to, like, attack you by slamming their head here on the platform, but it's really easy to avoid. Alright, so never mind. They are done here. Now what you want to do is jump up, because you're going to have a tidal wave come hit you. Like, yeah, they use surf. And now these gigantic shards of ice are going to fall down. To avoid them, you just want to walk on this thin rope. Or you can honestly, like, just jump down like this. But sometimes the wind or the water current will push you back, so it'll be really hard to avoid the ice blocks that come at you. But there we go. Let's go ahead and just keep this tightrope out so it can bounce back at his other head. And yeah, keep this going. It's really just like this, rinse, repeat until you're done. Alright, there we go. The first armor has been shedded. It looks a lot more badass without their armor on, and oh geez, wasn't ready for that. Let's go ahead and try again. I believe he's gonna keep shooting so he can break his other head, or her other head. I believe like the blue one's a dude and then the red one's a female. Actually, I don't know. They both look pretty feminine, and the reason why I say that is because like their eyelashes kind of like girly, but I don't know, that's just how I see it. You know, they might not be at all, but as you can tell, here I am actually trying to avoid these like gigantic ice brick things by you know, running in the water, and since the water current was really strong, it was hard to actually run around. But with that done, here is the final phase. How this works is it's gonna try to... okay, first thing it's gonna do is it's gonna break off the two front poles, and then it's gonna try to, after it does that, its attacks are really easy to avoid. It's gonna try to shoot a blast at you. As you can tell, its tongue has an area where you can hook with the grappling hook on. So you should go ahead and hook on it, and yeah, you'll pull it back to this pole, or whatever pole you want to pull it at, and you'll be able to beat it up. Let's go ahead and try to do it here. Yeah, there we go. You can just pull it. It really doesn't matter which one you pull it at. You still just get a small brief window to attack their face a couple times. And now they are back to doing surf, so we're gonna have to avoid it by standing really high, which I guess doesn't make sense, because like in Pokemon, surf affects flying types. It shouldn't affect flying types, at least in this game it doesn't, because you know, when we jump up, it's like we're flying. And even if you're standing on this, which it won't let me now since the current is really strong, you still can avoid those ice shards that come flying at you. But yeah, there we go. So I believe this is the final phase here. We just have to avoid its attacks. Doesn't really look like an attack though, but there we go. It's gonna pull, and just attack it really fast. Ah! There we go, we're done. And let's do the same for this one. You can tell it's gonna freeze and get ready to turn into the Sand of Hours, of course. I think that's like the coolest part about finishing a boss, like how it explodes into Sand of Hours. So it's time to collect more Sand of Hours in our Phantom Hourglass and all of that. So there we go. That does it for the boss of the Temple of Ice, everybody. You got more sand for the Phantom Hourglass. 2 minutes have been added. Alright, there we go, guys. And we get ourselves, obviously, the complimentary heart container for taking on this boss, of course. So you can tell the door is shut all the way back there. If you go ahead and open up this. Yeah! You see how it shows you the other scene? The door is now open. It's a little weird glitch they have going on here. I guess, I don't know, they didn't program the door to be shut when it shows it to you from like a different angle or something. But yeah, there we go. Now the door's shut again. I don't know, to me it was just a little weird. I just noticed it. I don't know if it's like some kind of bug or whatever. But yeah, there we go. We got ourselves the heart container, and the pure metal is now ours. So there we go. This is Azurine. So it's one of the metals to build a sacred sword. One more left, guys. Wow, this Let's Play is flying by pretty darn fast. It's crazy that we're already like 1 metal away from building the blade. Or at least having all 3 metals for Zaz to build the blade that will be able to take on Balloon and all of that stuff. But of course, this is going to be a little different here from here on out. And you're going to see why and stuff. Obviously, because there's no more islands to sail. So I'm just telling you that we're heading back to the Temple of the Ocean King real soon to get the final sea chart. So get ready for that. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I've been ZeldaMaster, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.